Genji 2 is an action game which is based on Japanese history. Being based on history, the stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan. So here's this giant enemy crab.
What episode are we on? What was the last one? 47?
It's 48 now? I think we're at 48.
This is 48?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to episode 48 of the Giant Enemy Crab podcast. I'm your host, Fliz. I'm totally cognizant of everything that's going on. I'm really good at this, I promise.
Omnipotent even.
I even know what episode it is sometimes. I'm joined by these three lovely gentlemen. We got Tsun.
Yay.
We got Kylar.
Hello.
We got your boy Strider.
Greetings.
And we're here for another round of gaming news. Last week we did, I was going to say Claire Obscure. No, Wildgate. And that shit is gone now. Sorry. It's really fun though.
I've
I've been wanting to play it.
Are they doing another playtest?
I'm sure they will eventually.
They don't have released it yet.
That was the second playtest. I got into the first one and just never played it because no one else got to do it. That was in April.
I'm sure they'll do more. There's still those two characters that they teased in it that we'll probably get to try out next time.
Yeah, they'd have to I'm sure they'd want someone to test those a bit.
Probably.
Get some feedback.
I hope we don't have to sign up again, because I will sign up again. I probably haven't enjoyed a multiplayer. I guess it was that, and then before that Marvel. But the Mecha Break playtest the first time we did it was as fun as that is. Not the second Mecha Break playtest. That was kind of cheeks.
No, I loved it.
I would say that was the first kind of I guess battle royale extraction shooter I fucking enjoyed.
I mean, we enjoyed a little bit of Hunt.
Yeah,
I didn't really like Hunt. For me, I didn't enjoy that, but for some reason, Wildgate was different for me. I actually really enjoyed that game.
I was gonna say Hunt, I burned out really fast on. I found I love the aesthetic of Hunt and everything else, but
Hunt was tough because there was only 3 people. Honestly, if we could have had all 4 of us playing, I think we would have had a much better time.
Also, with Hunt, if I would have lost that one fight against that dude where we just came to the bushes for 25 minutes, I would have quit video games. That was a canon event.
Several hours waiting.
It was literally 30 minutes of waiting for me to slowly rotate around that building to get that kill.
My favorite part is I don't even remember anything about that fight. I just remember dying in my chair waiting for you to fucking get out of the bush. I could not give a fuck about who won or lost. I just needed it to be done.
We were sitting there come on.
I'd had my fill, but you pulled through, and so I commend you.
Well, you shouldn't have fucking died then, should you?
Yeah, but that was my problem in Hunt, is I just wanted to fight people.
I know.
And so
Maybe that's the difference between Hunt and this game is if you die, there's very more minimal consequence to it. You just respawn 10 seconds and you can just keep playing. You know what I mean?
It's also the big thing is that everyone gets put out at the same time.
Yeah.
Is you don't have someone drop out 5 minutes in and then they have to watch the other 2 people for 20 minutes or wait to be respawned. It's just everyone's either alive or dead.
Yeah, I think that means a lot for me, because as soon as we play a game together and I gotta watch other people play, I am so fucking checked out. I am here to play a game, not watch a movie. Please let me out.
I need to start some Marvel Rivals as soon as he dies.
You are the most impatient gamer I know.
You tried to get me to play Rainbow Six for 2 weeks.
Oh my god, Siege.
Siege was great. I'm glad
Siege.
I got you. The team kill clip you have is still one of my favorite clips from you, where you were tabbed out because you were bored waiting between rounds, tabbed back in, and immediately team killed.
Oh, is that where you click back into the game and shot your gun?
Yeah,
I was not
tabbed out. I was not tabbed out because I was bored. I was tabbed out because I was shouting out somebody in my stream who came and said hi. That was an accident. It wasn't my impatience.
Still funny.
That one wasn't.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That clip is great.
Oh, that was great.
The clip only exists because it was the 5th time it had happened. I couldn't wrap my brain around don't left click when you tab into the game.
Yeah, to be fair, the game does put you directly behind someone with your gun pointing at their head.
See, not my fault. That's the game's fault. I'm just trying to Rainbow Six.
Still
What
funny.
is Rainbow Six? You know what? It's fine. Doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about today is the news, of course. But first, a little bit of Doom. Doom.
Oh,
The Dark Ages? I forgot
Yeah,
the
Dark
subtitle. I'm sorry. I have purposely, like, even though I tuned into when you were streaming it, Strider, I like wasn't looking on purpose just so I could sometime down the road experience it for myself. Because it really is a series where you're just like, ooh, and then this is happening? Oh, hell yeah. And like, I don't want that ruined for me.
It's exactly how it is too.
Yeah, you're on the money. And as much as I love you and I love watching that, or I love playing that game, like I can't. I gotta step out. So we're gonna try and do a little spoiler-free review, maybe compare it to the others. We'll start with, I saw a Metacritic score where I think Eternal has the highest Metacritic rating over 2016.
I would not be surprised.
And then on there, this one has the lowest rating, which I was kind of shocked about because the trailer, it looks incredible.
So the problem with that is that the advanced access for Steam was completely scuffed. So people didn't get access to it anyway. Like me, because I played it through Game Pass and then GeForce Now. I upgraded for $30 to the deluxe edition. So I was able to play it 2 days early. And as of this time, I have finished the game on normal difficulty. But the problem was Steam didn't let people play for, I think, till like the next day. And then there was also a problem with Linux because it uses Denuvo, where it just locks people out because of Linux trying to find the correct Proton version, from what I understand. When the game tests like each version to check if it's like appropriate or like the best one to use, it counts as a new license being used. So after 5 of those, it locks. You can't like install the game on a new computer for 24 hours. So it was locking people out, because this happens happens in a lot of games that have Denuvo.
So why do we even use Denuvo? Like,
is that a
it
Linux
seems to
specific
cause
issue?
more problems.
I could not tell you.
too many pirates, man. You gotta stop the pirates.
And Denuvo, I guess, works, except it doesn't.
I love how much value you've gotten out of GeForce Now. Like every time we tune in, you're like, so I was playing this on GeForce Now. I'm like, damn, man.
I mean, you have to at this point, if you don't already have like a pretty good computer.
My computer needs to be upgraded. Like my CPU and GPU are like, they can technically run things. It's just not going to perform well.
Well,
But
doesn't this
also-
game also require that you have a ray tracing capable computer?
Yeah, I do. I have a 2080.
Well, I was just asking,
Yeah,
just like
it
for,
does.
for reference.
The game will
Yeah.
not boot outside of 2800 series and up. Like you need a ray tracing capable card. The game, because the game has no baked-in lighting. It's all done through the ray tracing.
No, maybe I won't play it.
I think your computer would probably die. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I've seen that it's really good performance-wise and also really terrible performance-wise. It's just a dice roll.
yeah, I could roll a 6. Fuck you, Kylar. I can play Claire Obscura just fine.
It's can you? Well, it's fine when you're
Yeah.
not streaming.
Wasn't it making your
Yeah.
audio explode?
That's only when it's
when
streaming.
I'm streaming it.
Was it only
It's
when you were
fine.
streaming it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kylar
Okay.
said it would be all fucked up, and it's not. It's fine. You've been proving my PC's not totally dead yet.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yet, I love it.
Well, how is it?
So, just overall, I think it's probably my of the Doom trilogy, the modern Doom trilogy. It probably ranks in the middle, above 2016 for me, but below Eternal. I would think is kind of where I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
A strange thing about the Doom thing is the Doom community is there's a lot of tribalism in terms of which game is best, and like because we saw this back when Eternal released, where it's like 2016 is the greatest thing, Eternal is dog shit, or Eternal is the greatest, or 2016 is dog shit. It's like very rare that you find someone that enjoys all the games, because each game plays like pretty differently from each other. Like
Yeah,
on a
I
surface
noticed
level,
that.
they seem pretty similar, but like once you actually start playing it, there's very different game flows.
Yeah, Eternal was mostly like jumping and flying, kind of felt like.
Eternal
and it was
is-
faster.
Eternal is by far the fastest, and also it's the most complex in terms of like you have to use certain tools. Like tools are much more effective against certain enemies in certain scenarios. So you are constantly swapping and using different things, and basically you have to make full use of your entire kit and everything you have to just beat the game. And it gets even more absurd in the Ancient Gods DLC, where the game just goes to like a 13 out of 10.
I think you tried getting me to play that, and I just never got back on to Doom Eternal. My biggest question is like 2016 is tops in the music category, right? It just is. I don't care who you are. Like it had the original Mick Gordon shit going on. Eternal isn't bad. There's there's definitely tracks I like from it, but how's this one?
So we have problems with it. It mixed fucking terribly in game. And there's also just bugs where the audio doesn't play. Like I noticed halfway through a stage that I had no music.
Oh, well, that says a lot right there that you didn't even notice that it was gone.
Well, it was more just this because this was before I adjusted my sound settings. Is the default settings the game has is you can barely hear the music over the sound effects. Because right now my settings for reference, like the game starts at like 80% music and like 95% voice and like 90 sound effects. I have it up to maxed out master, maxed out music. Voices are at like 55 and sound effects are at like 60%. Just so I can hear the music.
Oh. So how is the music?
The music is pretty good.
Okay.
I enjoy finishing music a lot. Unchained Predator is probably one of my top 3 Doom soundtracks like for any of the Doom games.
Well, I'm gonna have to listen to it. What were you saying, Tsun?
Oh no, I was just agreeing. No, the music's pretty solid.
Nice. You played how much of it? A couple hours?
Yeah, I played a couple hours so far. I've been playing it like in between other stuff. But I like
that's how you play everything.
No, not the whole thing, not yet. I haven't had the time to play the whole thing.
No. I was saying that's how you play. You kind of bounce constantly.
Oh.
I could not play games the way you do.
Well, yeah, for me, it's like I feel a little bit of Doom right now, and then like I don't know, certain games like will hold me for hours on end, and then certain I'll just like to jump around every so often. Like Miller has seen me play like RPGs for like 8 hours, 9 hours straight.
Speaking of, I was kind of curious, how far did you get in Assassin's Creed?
Not very.
Did you never turn it on again?
I did a couple times, but I don't know what happened. Like I was interested, and I'm still am, but like it's one of those things where like I just don't have the kind of drive to go back at the moment. I feel like one day I probably will, but
I mean, it kind of fell off. Everybody kind of stopped talking about it because a bunch of other good stuff came out, including Claire. So it's understandable.
There's always so many games.
This last like month has been crazy.
Been insane.
This year is supposed to be crazy.
This year is crazy. Like
so far, it totally is.
There's so much crazy stuff coming out. Like I finished Doom, and the very first thought I had about this was that I finally am not looking forward to something coming out very soon. Like I have a break.
Oh my god. Dude, yeah, it was like I had that same thing where I look and I'm like, oh my god, for like a month, my wallet is safe. There's nothing that I want.
There's been stuff that I've wanted to play or try for like the past 2 or 3 months, like constantly, like a new thing each week or multiple things in the same week.
You can rest now. It's okay, soldier.
Dude, lately it's if I see sales on something, I'll be like, I don't know when the next time it'll be on sale is, and I'll
we should watch the show now that we can take a break. We'll watch Ready Player One.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
We keep talking about it, but we haven't.
To be fair, no one answered you at the Discord, and that was our fault.
That's normal. I say a thing and then nobody says fuck all.
I thought we already answered that. Like, I'd be down to watch it.
We said we were down to watch it. Then later he said, "You're all up to watch it this weekend," and like one person answered him.
Oh, sorry,
the day
see
after
that
or later that day. I forget which one.
That's my bad. I didn't see that.
That's all right. I high-fived myself later and moved on with my life. Speaking of not waiting for anything, I did see a quick blurb that Blue Protocol might be back on again. So
really?
Sort of, because it's I think a spin-off or something developed by a dev under Tencent.
Oh, Blue Protocol Star Residence?
Yes.
It's something. Yeah. Anyway, Doom. Sorry.
So I guess to get into it is like the big changes or like the gameplay loop for how the Dark Ages play compared to the previous games is that this definitely feels like the most unstoppable the Doomslayer has felt.
Oh yeah,
because
I agree completely with that.
The shield is a big part of it because of what the shield allows you to do. Is the shield is your defense, which just allows you can block with it and just run through things. You also have it's also the equivalent of the meat hook from Eternal, as in at any point you can just dash to an enemy, and like the range is like 100 feet or something like that. It is just your get in button, and it's also a stagger. The other thing that it allows you to do is, that you'll get pretty early on is the chainsaw attachment for it. That allows you to throw it, and it will just slice through as many fodder class demons as are in front of you, and then it will embed itself and stun medium class demons, with only large demons being immune to it, like the cyber demon and similar class threats. Along with that is that it's also allows the parry mechanic, which is seen throughout, is all green attacks or anything that flashes green are attacks that you can parry, which will stun the demon, refill your melee, which is now in this game, it's similar to the Blood Punch from Eternal, but you get up to 3 different melee weapons, which determine like what their specialty is and like how fast they recharge, how much damage they do, and what resource you get back from them. All of them give you ammo back, but how much it varies and whether or not they give health or armor. The big thing with the parries as well is eventually you'll get runes, which grant them like different effects on a parry, which could be something like lightning strikes to just activating an auto turret on your back, which will shoot at the nearest thing to your crosshair.
Man, we got the RPG with the parry. We got the shooter with the parry. What do we got next?
The parry with a parry.
Oh fuck, parry, double parry.
The rhythm game with a parry. Wait, that ever exists?
Oh, I want Claire Obscure, but as a rhythm game. I'm sorry. The more I play, I'm like,
okay.
God.
I want to say, fun fact. I don't know if you knew, but like that could possibly happen. Claire Obscure is actually the series name.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I hope they're listening.
Yeah, they've stated that like that's the name of the franchise. Expedition 33 is more specifically the name of this specific game. But yeah, Claire Obscure is intended to be like a series.
Oh, hell yeah. You hear that, Claire developers? I need you to listen to this. I need you to take the same good music and add 808s and a rhythm version. Let's do that.
Oh my god, the music in Claire Expedition 33 is so fucking good.
It's pretty good. I am like totally 180 on that game. It's as great as everybody says it is.
It's like you kind of have to play it to really get the feel. There's so much passion and love behind video games for that game.
I just want to keep playing. Like, I just want to keep going.
You haven't even found my favorite characters yet either.
I haven't done much of anything, and I've enjoyed like the level of enjoyment I feel between this and Ragnarok is like miles apart. Ragnarok feels like more of the same, and this feels like a whole new. This feels like playing Final Fantasy VII again. Honestly, that's what I keep thinking of. I'm like, man, I got that same, like, I just want to stay up all night and just wander around and do stuff. I want to fight. I want to talk. I want to do all this. I'm not bored by any part of it.
It's a really cool world to explore. Like,
yeah, Doom. So
one of the other changes that I love is it now has a sprint, but you're only allowed to sprint forward. So you are always constantly just running straight at enemies. And the other thing is that like the design philosophy around it is compared to Eternal, which was don't get hit, you're constantly moving. Is Eternal is not Eternal compared to Eternal. The Dark Ages is you get in there and you stay in there, and you just basically slug it out with every enemy.
Take two job.
But it's also by far like the biggest fights in the series.
Cool.
There's like there's up to a couple dozen fodder demons, for example, like when a fight starts. And one of the best features they added is that the higher you fall from, the bigger impact and shockwave you make when you're landing. And it's never not satisfying.
I was going to say the movement. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, because the movement is a big part. Because one of the things that I love, and I always noticed it and kept enjoying it throughout the entire game, is the sound that you make when you're moving is so crunchy. Is you just sound like an unstoppable machine. The sound design is fantastic. It especially like everything blends together really well if you go into the settings and actually balance it so you can hear the music. Everything layers very well with the music. Because there was multiple times per stage where I caught myself headbanging just because of how much fun and like the power fantasy you feel playing this game.
It sounds like that RoboCop game. What was it? Rogue something?
Rogue City?
Just
Rogue City, something like that.
Freeze, criminal.
Dude, I love that. Freeze, criminal, bang, bang, bang. I ain't giving you time to put your hands up.
I can't even remember the RoboCop phrase. It's not stop resisting. It's something else. I'll remember it.
You'll remember it.
Drop the weapon, crook. I don't know.
That's one of them. There's another one he says. Anyway.
So the weapons in this one are basically designed similar. They're much more similar to 2016 over Eternal, where everything is viable and everything is very strong, especially once you get their upgrades. Because instead of weapon mods in this game, most weapon slots will get like multiple variants. Like the second weapon class is stake launchers. The first one is an automatic like machine gun, basically, that fires stakes, with its upgrade being you able to ricochet it off the shield when you throw the shield into something. Yeah, the pin or the other upgrade for it is that as you fire stakes into enemies, when you dash to them, it will explode in an area effect. With the other stake weapon being a more powerful single shot weapon that basically sticks people to walls, with its effect being slowing down time. With getting him, it's the weapon with the biggest headshot multiplier. But another really cool thing about the game is that there's a bunch of difficulty sliders that you can adjust to fine tune the game how you want, from like how tight parries are, to how much damage you take, how much damage you deal, to even how fast the game plays. So you can set it to anywhere from 50% normal speed to 150%.
That's pretty cool.
Like you can fine tune it quite a bit. And another thing is just pretty extensive settings, that like a lot of customization, like getting indicators for like when parryable attacks will be coming at you from off screen and similar things. And there's an option to enable the classic Doom guy avatar, which is pretty nice.
Oh, I saw your little is that what that was?
At the bottom.
Yeah, a little Doom guy head going. Ugh. Yeah, I remember. I saw that. Okay.
That basically covers the spoiler-free parts of it.
Okay. I did have a yes or no question for you. Was there any parts of the game that will stand out to you, like parts in the 2016 in the future?
There are a few moments that I really love. They reference the fucking Doom fanfic Repercussions of Evil, I think is the name of it. The one that goes, and John was a zombie. I don't know if you know about that.
I don't.
It's a hilariously awful fanfic that's like only a few hundred words, but it's memed to hell and back in the Doom community, because it's literally where and then John was a zombie, which is the trope of like, and the character was actually dead the entire time, or like he's actually been an undead the entire time, with similar things.
No, John, you are the demons. And then John was a zombie.
Did you pull it up?
Amazing.
Did you pull it up?
Yeah, I just read it. Yeah.
There's a reference to it, and I could not believe it that they referenced that.
No, you will be killed by demons.
It's a gigantic meme, and I can't believe they referenced it. I did forget about it. The parts. There are two other gameplay sections that I just forgot about. And it's the dragon and the mech.
Yeah.
Because they show up multiple
times. Those are in the trailer, yeah.
There's not much to them, honestly, which makes me sad. Like, they're very one note. They're cool, but by the end of both, the mech less so. by the end of the dragon sections, I was just like, I'm kind of over this because it's just hold left mouse button and dodge green projectiles. It's like all the gameplay for the dragon ever it really is. The mech has a little bit more, but not much. They're really cool set pieces, but I can see them being kind of extremely boring on a replay.
Yeah.
And they're also not around for too long.
Well, that's good.
I still like the idea of a dragon that you literally are like revving.
They put a gas pedal on a cyber
Yeah,
dragon.
it's a gas pedal on the fucking dragon. And it's just as angry as Doomslayer. Dragon is pissed.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to wait till I should just play it on Game Pass. Once I finish Claire, I'll sign up for Game Pass again for the 30th time and see if it even works.
Game Pass is a pretty neat service.
It is. I think the connotations behind it becoming the service are the scary part. You know what I'm saying?
That is a bit concerning, yeah.
That's what I was thinking about with games becoming $80 and then priced even more. Eventually, do you think that Steam will struggle to compete?
No.
I don't think, no.
Because it would take a...
Kylar's... He's been quiet so long, the moon popped up on his little name.
I know. I'm just chilling, man.
I know.
All right. You good on Doom? You got any final words? Recommend what would you go? What score would you give it?
Probably an 8.5.
It's more Doom, but also different.
It's pretty different. Especially comparing to the last thing I played with Doom was the Ancient Gods DLC, which is insane, both from gameplay and story-wise. Because I don't know if anyone else has played the Ancient Gods.
I have not.
Nope.
Who finished Base Eternal?
Me on stream, and that kid was so excited. There was a kid in my stream from what's Dutch? I forget what Dutch is. Oh my god. He was Dutch. He said so. And he was like, I struggled so hard on this last boss for hours and hours. And I was like, done. And I was like, hell yeah, I impressed a kid. Pretty good streamer right here. So yeah, I played it.
You play it. You know, the end of the Ancient Gods, where you literally fight God. Going from that to the beginning of the Dark Ages was definitely a very different gameplay experience.
Well, why is he in medieval times if it's not spoiling anything?
Because it's chronologically the first in the trilogy.
Yeah, it's like a prequel.
Oh, it's a prequel.
Yeah, so it's because this is literally where the game starts. It's right after it's sometime after he's become the Doomslayer by using the Divinity Machine, and then but it's before like the fall of the Night Sentinels in Argentina. So it's basically yes.
I continue.
No, what was your question?
It feels weird that Doom has like lore.
Doom has, wild lore.
It always has. Yeah.
I know, but like I still think of like wandering down hallways for fucking blue key cards. Like that game had nothing except shoot the monsters and go to the next room.
Yeah, so Doom 1, 2, and 64 lead into the Dark Ages, which leads into 2016, which leads into Eternal, is the continuity.
Did we skip 3?
3 is a separate guy.
3's the one I played the most.
Whoa.
It was very dark.
It was dark.
And not a lot happened.
It's very dark.
I remember being like, this is why everybody likes Doom. Like, what am I missing here? Because this isn't very fun.
Yeah, no, Eternal, like lore around, like in Eternal, and especially the DLC went completely insane. Like hell is actually the creation of God who became Satan because he was sad that he couldn't solve the concept of death for even as powerful as he was. And that all ends up being a lie or something, because he's actually just got usurped by Vago, which was actually one of his creation known as the Father, who stole his power and basically became God before realizing that no one can have this power and sealing it away. Also, the Doomslayer is the doppelganger of Satan / God. And the end of the Ancient Gods DLC is you having a fist fight to the death because the only way a primeval being can kill another one is in an honorable duel to the death.
And then John was a zombie. I got
And
it,
then
man.
the Slayer fucking dies, passes the fuck out once he kills God because he can't exist without him. But it's
so
also
he's just like a Highlander. Only one can be. What's the thing? I am off it today. Oh, there can only be one. That's the Highlander saying. You got to duel with swords and cut each other's heads off to gain the power.
That's basically what it is. Like they literally just fist fight. Well, he's in a giant mech suit. What God is.
Stop. I'm done. We're moving on with God in a mech suit.
It's
all
so
right.
peak.
I don't need Mecha Satan and Mecha Doomslayer and Mecha God
there's
fighting
God,
over Highlander battles.
and God Satan.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
And that's just like, I'm not even sure if that's everything because there's probably more wild shit.
And then they cheated Mick Gordon. All right, cool. So hard recommend.
I'd say.
Cool. And I assume you're going to keep playing soon?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Well, moving on to news. Kylar, what you got?
Ooh, I got some interesting stuff. Your boy, Fliz, President Trump.
I have a boy. What the fuck? I thought you were going to say Macho Man Randy Savage.
He's been doing some power moves lately.
Sorry, I was showing my kid Macho Man Randy Savages this morning. She thought she thought I had problems. I was like, you just don't understand. He's the Intercontinental World Champion. Sorry, my boy President Trump, apparently.
Yeah.
When has he ever said that?
You came out swinging. What the fuck?
I'm pretty poor to be his friend.
Very recently, like about a week back, the U.S. Copyright Office posted a report where they basically are suggesting that AI's mass piracy of copyrighted work is in fact copyright infringement, which
Makes
is
sense.
a huge you know for these large like tech companies, because now they're pretty much all violating copyright law if you know this report ends up leading to some kind of huge legal change. President Trump, 2 days after this report was filed, fired the head of the U.S. Copyright Office.
What a hero. Problem solved, right?
Just immediately fired them. No reason why. They're just gone. So
it's not like these tech companies might have wanted something like that to
No,
happen.
no, it's not
that's
like-
just conspiracy. Don't take anything like that.
it's
into
not like
account.
Elon Musk totally owns like an AI company or anything. That's not a
No,
thing.
same with Zuckerberg, and you know, and no, don't, just leave it. He just did it just because. Okay, never mind. Continue.
Yeah. And the reason I bring this up because there's some AI stuff that's going on right now with Riot Games.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they just released a new skin line. And one of the skins, Prestige Spirit Blossom Lux, is having accusations or AI allegations against the splash art for it. People are saying that they used AI to actually make it. And this is extremely not true. In fact, it couldn't even be more false, to be honest with you. Yeah, because the artist that actually had made the splash art for the new Prestige Spirit Blossom Lux skin is a very accomplished artist. So much so that people say probably the reason people think that it's AI is because AI has scrapped so much of their work that, you know, that's what you get. But also, the artist has actually posted a video of her actually painting it. Like there's proof of her actually doing it. But we still get these allegations coming out.
I wonder if that's caused by because like a lot of the newer skin splash arts have a very distinct look to it.
Yeah.
That it's similar to all the other splash arts. You know what I'm saying?
If you Lionel sent me the artist name, I looked at this. I just looked it up and did an image search, and immediately I was like, oh, it's this artist. Like I recognize their work immediately.
Yeah,
They do a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. The artist Elsie Lau is the person who painted this, and you can watch a speed paint video. They have an hour-long video of them painting and making the whole thing. And someone actually asked, like, if the speed paint's like an hour long, like how long did this actually take you to do? And she said that it actually took like 350 hours to make the whole thing. So an incredible amount of time. But eventually this got to another digital artist known as TB Skyen, who discusses a lot of art related stuff. And he brought up a very multiple different points that have gone viral now, but basically to kind of discredit a lot of these accusations and kind of bring light into what this can do, the more that these accusations kind of be like get out of control. Where is if we keep having people prove and say that I can't tell the difference between a real artist or AI anymore. Like, we're just going to have corporations and all these other things where we're just not going to have new art at all. We're just going to have people or companies rather just using AI for everything, which we already see in some stuff. Like Call of Duty is already doing this, where they just have like AI generated skins for stuff that they sell for $20. Like, that's already a thing.
The zombie Santa, man.
Yeah, the zombie Santa. No, the multiple fingers is because it's a reference. It's a reference to Call of Duty 7 or whatever.
It's just tough because, like, look, I am against AI art, right? That doesn't mean I haven't seen AI art that I'm like, that looks kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. How do you fight this? You can't have every artist put out a video alongside the picture they drew, having them draw the picture.
Yeah, there's like no good solution.
Well, like you were saying, the guy said you can't have people comparing it and saying this is, as good as an artist's art, because it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, I'm not saying that. I think it should just be like AI art should just be gone, in my opinion. I don't think AI should be allowed to influence anything that is like a creative venture, right? Not writing, not art, not like nothing, right? It should be used for, I guess, numbers. Just use it to calculate shit.
It's bad at that too, actually.
I was gonna say, I don't know, man, because remember who used that to calculate some tariffs, and that ended up taxing some penguins. There's no good answer, because I don't think AI art is like, if it was that bad, people wouldn't use it. Like, we're beyond the fucking 6 fingers and toes on every piece now. It can put out stuff that's fine.
Yeah, because once you get into like AI models that are designed to make like that kind of content, it is very much harder to distinguish what's AI and what's real after certain points. And now we're even getting into video. Kind of the problem that this kind of creates is you're going to start getting into a culture where now we're not creating anything new anymore. We're just making, the same stuff remixed by computers. So we're just, nothing new is actually even being created, which is its own huge problem. But yeah, this is kind of gotten a lot of attraction very recently, and it kind of sucks for the artist who spent, in their own words, 3 months in their room hand painting every detail, and just for it to be called like AI is
that more than sucks. That's absolutely invalidating. That's some tragic bullshit. I mean, somebody that's not just 350 hours. That's a lifetime of practice.
Yeah.
To just be basically spit on. This is just AI by some jackass on the internet. And unfortunately, it's not even that jackass's fault, because we're constantly bombarded with AI images that are close to what we're seeing, Do you feel there should be like regulation to AI art?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be like something, because AI is an interesting tool where it can be used to do a lot of really, really good stuff in several different fields. The problem with it is less the actual tool and more how it's being treated in large businesses, where we're using it to replace people instead of augmenting what they can do.
Yeah, I have used Photoshop and had it like generate me like giant enemy crab pictures that I've like gotten pretty close to just slapping onto a fucking YouTube thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Not because I like it, but because like I could ask you to draw something, but I don't want to take up your time for no money. You know what I'm saying? And for people who don't have, like, I don't know. For people who are broke to use AI art to do something until they can pay an artist, I don't hate that idea, but obviously it's just going to be abused by people who do have money.
I said it before, like, I don't see an issue with it if it's used for good. Like, if it's used in a good way, but unfortunately it's not.
I mean, good means different things to different people. Good to a businessman just means, will it make me money?
Well, let's just say this, like,
a mutual benefit to all parties.
I'm saying use good as in, like, people benefiting with no one being hurt.
Exactly.
I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mutual benefit. And that's really not what we're doing, because ultimately
inherently it doesn't work that way, because it's scraping art from other people.
Yeah. I think the problem more becomes like I was saying, it's being used right now to simply replace people. And also what it actually creates is simply a inferior product at the end of the day too. And just like people just don't respect the product that AI creates. Like as soon as you know something's AI, you're like, oh, well, never mind. It's whatever. That's just kind of how it goes. So the fact that we're replacing artists and writers and so many other things with AI instead of using it to actually create better things faster, like it can be used for, is just a shame. And that's why I brought up the whole Copyright Office thing, because it just shows that like this is not something that's going to go away anytime soon.
You know, I want to agree with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'll come across a YouTube short about Marvel Comics that has 2.5 million views and it's total AI slop.
Yeah.
So I think we're in the minority here. You know, people will listen to a robot voice show you pictures of incorrect things.
They will. Have you there's this, what is it called? It's like Brain Rot Teacher or something like that. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh god.
It's
I don't know what that is. It sounds awful though.
Yeah, it's a website where you can like upload like a PDF of like whatever you're trying to study, for example, and it will create like a video of like, as an example, like a Minecraft, like a video of a Minecraft speed run or parkour video. And it will regurgitate the information in whatever you uploaded it and change the way that it teaches it through AI to keep your attention.
What's it called?
I forget the name of it. You can find if you like look up brain rot study or whatever, I think.
Transform boring PDFs into brain rot video.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is.
Like brain rot memes?
Rayenna AI, I think. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep. You just upload something in there and it just makes like some garbage video for you to listen to help you study. That is what it does.
Oh, it literally puts like the fucking like shaving pencils or Minecraft jumping nonsense on.
Yep.
That's all it does?
That's what it does.
That's wild that people, I never really understood why I'd watch a video and then there's some dumbass thing happening in the corner. You know, I'm not from this generation, so that's wild that that's what this does.
Wait, yeah. You're talking about like, say, like you see a video and they're talking about something, but they have some kind of like,
some
like basically like the equivalent of jingling keys in the corner.
Yeah.
To keep your attention. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. That is a real thing.
How do we reach the point where people need that?
Have you seen the content we consume?
Yes. Never felt the need for that.
I mean, it eventually devolves, man. I mean, you just started with I mean, it probably started way before us, but yeah, we're really in like the idiocracy, ow my balls world. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is real.
Yeah, at least that was funny.
This is funny to them, dude. This is fun. Like the Yeah, I mean, funny is subjective, dog. Like,
I like
And
money.
then we were the brain rotted.
yeah, man, we're fucked.
I don't like that the world's moving closer and closer to idiocracy, okay?
It's already there, dog. We got President Camacho on base. We're ready to go.
Was it? Come on. Wait, that was the character Cruz played, right?
Yep.
Okay, at least he was like, not. His character wasn't an asshole though.
He kind of was.
He
He did
was.
definitely put people to death.
I don't know.
He sent a man to be killed by the dildozer. Like, you kind of have to be an asshole.
All he does is laugh at that.
Beef supreme.
Yeah, it's
Well, shit.
it's very sad. Not saying that you like to see. So yeah, I don't have anything more than that. Besides more other art shenanigans and copyright problems.
Yay!
Oh, fun.
Yeah, because Bungie's new game, Marathon, if you've heard of this little thing.
They did it again.
Fucking Bungie, man. They gotta stop. They gotta
Hold on,
stop
hold on.
stealing stuff.
Please take a guess. What did Bungie do this time?
They stole stuff.
Yes, they
Yep.
definitely
He
stole
just said
stuff.
it. Is it something specific?
A ton of their UI elements were actually stolen from another artist. So much so that their logo is actually in the game. Like you can see it in there.
Oh no, they oh my god.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
didn't
'cause-
remove the watermark basically.
Well, he put his logo in one of like the one of these little assets that he makes
He or
on a
she?
poster. Or she, excuse me. Yeah, it is a female that she put on there, and they basically just put it in the game, and yeah, like there's without a doubt her. Because I remember watching it the first time, I was like, one of the logos that apparently was stolen was like literally two triangles pointing upwards. It's like that's like a generic, icon. I could see someone else making that, and
It
then
gets
just
deeper though.
straight up her logo is on there. She has like phrases that she uses on certain like UIs on stuff that she's made that's been just copied just word for word from there onto the game. And what's even crazier is apparently the lead art director for Marathon follows them on X or Twitter or whatever it's called now. So I don't know how Bungie keeps doing it. This is like every year they have some kind of like art scandal that they've stolen a bunch of stuff from.
And their response was kind of stupid too, wasn't it?
I mean, I don't even know what can you say to that? This is so clear and blatant.
They admitted to it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Like they admitted
Yeah.
to it and they were like, those were our former artists that did that. It's like, cool.
They're former
guys
as of that
stop?
posting.
Yeah. Could you guys source check your shit from now on, or?
Well, because if I'm not mistaken, it's the same person from earlier, right? From
That
the
I don't know.
previous-
It could be the same person that
because
that did it
that's what I
before.
thought it was. From what I was reading, is I thought it was the same person who got caught for the other art theft that happened in Destiny, right? It's because this is what their fourth, I think.
My God, man.
Yeah, it happens
Because-
like every year.
Because I think it was this. They were saying it was that same person, hence the former employee. But that's even more crazy that they've known they've had an art plagiarist and they didn't go and check their work on to see if anything else was stolen. Because the postings for this, right? They're from 2017, right? Is like the artists
stolen
or
stuff.
like works, right?
Yeah,
It's like
Yep.
and the game started and Marathon started development the year after. So once they found out that dude was plagiarizing stuff,
they
it's
didn't scrap
cra-
everything.
they didn't
yeah,
scrap
they just
it. Because they had to build like, because from what I understand is like a lot of the art direction style like is just like the foundations of this too is not so similar things that have been accused of art theft. Like literally, I think they had a presentation like today or yesterday where they couldn't show any gameplay because they weren't sure if it contained stolen like art assets or not.
I'm sure it's all over there because like this isn't even like we took a little model or we took like one thing. Like
No.
they took everything and just flipped it upside down or transformed it a
Not
little
even.
bit. Like
Some of it not
I see. It was like
even.
there's one in here that's literally they might as well have just cut and pasted.
Which is what the guy probably did.
Not only that, like the background, like the splash design here is starting, like it's already similar, and then they've just ripped parts of it out and slapped it on there. Yeah, and the logo for the artist is hidden in there in all different places, and it's like flipped upside down. They didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's totally a thing where they're not tracking like which artist came up with every single design of these UI elements. So they, right when they found them the first time, they had no way to even do that. They had no way to scrap and double check all of his work. They'd have to do everything, which is pretty much impossible. Yeah, good luck doing that.
Like such an inefficient way to run things.
Wait.
Well, it's more just, it'd be more inefficient to track everything that everyone is making all the time.
I didn't see this part. Though one of the things they stole, they actually partly scratched out / removed the artist's name.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Who even knows like how much else is in there that we haven't even found yet? Like it's bad.
I just posted in the chat, but they like partially removed their name. That's crazy. I didn't see that.
Oh, they did.
How fucking lazy. Like for real. Like
Jesus Christ, man.
When I look for like YouTube thumbnails and stuff, I try my best not to take stuff that's not like from a smaller person or YouTube. Like I don't take stuff from other YouTubers. I try to get my images directly from the company websites, the producer of the game. If I use anything at all. So it's man, to just rip.
Not
even to use it as like template or something, or inspiration. And it's not; these aren't super complex designs, right?
It's like
just
number
the look
28 with an arrow.
Yeah. Why did you take the whole thing? This string of symbols that the artist had, they didn't replace any of the symbols.
No,
all you had to do was put new shapes in there.
And the funny part is, I don't think they even tried to erase it. I think that's just like an issue with compression. I think that's all that is.
Oh, you think they try to put the same image in, but
they totally just put the same thing in there, and then it's just the text got kind of like
screwed
up through compression artifacts.
Instead of compression, if the artifact they hadn't had that, it would just say the Anti-Real Daily Series.
Yeah, they were too lazy to even take out the name of the artist.
Zero effort.
Oh man, yeah, that sucks. That sucks a lot. I wish they would say the name. Did they say the name of the artist or no?
Anti-Real.
No, of the guy who
the plagiarizer?
Yeah, who plagiarized.
I mean, they're talking about the guy that follows the artist, Joseph Cross.
I've seen that
because they follow him, and then the artist responded. They said, "I see that Joseph Cross also follows you. Is there any insight you could give?" And he said, and the artist is like, he's followed me for a few years, and a few others from Bungie. I've never spoken to anybody.
It's just the whole team. Because I can't believe they haven't said who it is. Like, this is really bad.
Yeah, they really they really should not, because like that's like a potential issue for any other company now if that person's just out there in the job pool.
With how many?
Oh my god!
With how many graphic? Like when I was streaming, right? I would get an email or not an email, a DM, at least like 2 times a week from graphic artists trying to sell me. Like there's so many graphic artists out there, and you hire ones who steal. That's so lazy. I kind of feel bad for Bungie, but at the same time, like you guys said, this isn't the first time.
It's the 4th, from what I understand.
Oh my god.
And like I couldn't confirm this because I forgot to look it up. Is like when they've said they'll make it right for one of the previous people who got their art stolen, and then it took forever for them to actually follow up on that, from what I remember.
That doesn't surprise me.
You know what I hope Bungie does? I hope they go to the artist and they just say, here's $100,000. Like, just let us use this.
$10.
Like, just here. Yeah, no, they'll be dicks about it.
No, they're going to give them some premium currency for Destiny too.
$28.
No, and the poor artist is like, I don't have the legal funds to like sue them. Like, I can't do anything about this, which just fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, you just seeing like you have to look up how blatant it is. And the crazy part is like they're used everywhere, all through, like all over the game. Like their stuff is used like all over the place. It's on weapons, on items, it's on your UI, on your screen. It's everywhere.
It is the art direction for the game itself is stolen, basically. Which it's like one of the big selling points I've seen for this game. Like the only thing I've seen people say is like the art direction looks cool. Because like the reception I've seen to Marathon has been extremely lukewarm, to be generous.
So I clicked on this Joseph Cross person who's the franchise art director at Marathon at Bungie. And the pinned tweet is a big old thanks to everybody who worked on the Marathon art style, and thank you for the kind words and enthusiasm in our announcement trailer. It's been amazing to see. Like, holy shit.
A sitcom couldn't write this. I swear to God.
Well, the funniest part is I guess they were going to release an art book to go with the game.
Art book of stolen art.
Oh, man.
I'm looking at the fucking thing and seeing their own art.
Wait a minute.
This is my art book. What the fuck?
You gonna pay me royalties?
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, big sad. They're still in that lawsuit too. They're still fighting that one plagiarism for Destiny that author. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so they got the author lawsuit. They're getting the Star Wars nonsense.
Yep.
And now this.
Yep.
Bungie, what happened? You guys used to make Halo.
Well, I guess to just to clear up too, or rather go over some of the other stuff. In 2021, they accidentally used fan art of one of their characters in a trailer for one of their expansions.
I remember hearing about that.
They accidentally used fan art for a Nerf gun that they were also making. And also, I guess they accidentally made a near identical character in a Destiny 2 cutscene that another artist had also designed. So, yeah, it's just all over the place. It's everywhere. It's bad.
History.
This ex-Bungie employee was very talented.
All these artists are so inspired by them.
That's wild. Like, all you had to do was replace the text in a lot of these lifted things. Like, you could have kept the whole vibe and style, and that would have been much harder to prove. You would have been like, this is not, it's dumb and it's lazy and dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to get away with this, it's a shitty thing to do, but all you had to do was put in like the tiniest pinch of extra work.
Because
it's so stupid.
It's the other thing is like this art style existed before this artist. Like you could use like the art style itself or like a design wise instead of literally lifting piece by piece every single thing this artist has done. Like
it was almost more work to cut and paste the fucking real shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have just put a square with text in it. And instead you had to cut and paste. Ugh, whatever.
Oh, what's really ironic too, when they stole like the fan art to show in their trailer, the artist that they stole from, he apparently didn't make it in the fan art showcase.
Oh my god!
Which he tweeted about.
Of course not. They must have seen it and been like, "Oh shit, no, kick him out. Don't let him see. Don't let the public see."
He said, I was sad I didn't make the fan art showcase, but I apparently made it into the trailer.
I want to know what
shit.
the thought process and how the guy who ended up plagiarizing all of this just went about doing it.
He didn't care. Obviously.
Well, he cared in some fashion to go out of his way to capture different fan art that isn't used in their own showcase.
Hey, he's a Google connoisseur.
He probably thought he was craftier than he actually was.
Second
Let's be
page
real.
only. You only get stuff from the
He'll
second
never
page.
check the second page.
Oh shit! They checked the third and second.
But yeah, Bungie's gone very downhill.
I feel
Big
so
oof.
bad for her. That sucks.
It
So
does.
how long till you think the fifth time happens?
Next year?
It could have already happened. We
At
just have to
minimum.
find it.
That's true. Yeah, it's probably already in there. There's probably
What-
so much we haven't even seen.
Let's wait till see if they even survive Marathon.
Yeah.
Because who knows?
Couple
Maybe this
couple last things I wanted to get into though, because we're running a lot. Real quick, huge thing for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. They have opened up their mod support in it by an insane degree. They've actually
Hell yeah.
released their the same editor that they use to develop more gameplay. So the official tools that the game devs actually use to update and create new content for the game has now been released publicly, so players and modders can officially make new stuff such as entire levels, new game modes, different AI behaviors, new enemies. They can edit the HUD, like everything that the game developer can do. Pretty much modders can do it as well, which
That's
is
pretty
like
cool, actually.
yeah, that's insane. So pretty soon here's going to be a very large modding scene for the Warhammer 40k, and that is a community that will definitely make some cool
Oh,
shit.
they'll use it.
They already have, because
Yeah.
the devs Sabretooth have been working with the modders already in their discords.
Yep.
Because there's the Astartes overhaul, I think, is the big thing for Space Marine 2 that's already out, which is revamps the game in a lot of ways. But there's also up to support for 12 players,
Oh shit!
Yeah,
which is crazy. Like, they're working on making raids, basically.
yeah, they're gonna make like MMO style raids, which is gonna be sick. So
sounds-
keep an eye out for like some of the cool mods that are coming out for 40k. I think it
sounds
just helps
sweet.
like sell the game even more, because the amount of content that you
Oh,
can
wow.
make out of that, especially now that you don't have to rely on just the dev team to make like really high quality stuff. The mods are going to go insane for this game. So
They even added
Definitely
new
look at that.
classes. I'm just looking at like this Astartes like overhaul
yeah,
at the moment,
Yeah, they added the chaplain, right?
and
I
the
think.
apothecary.
Yep, and the apothecary.
yeah, it's going to be sick.
I love that the chaplain is a class.
It's important, man.
It's a very specific role.
Yeah, they're important to the Space Marines and the Imperium as a
I'm
whole.
sure they are.
And then after that, Switch 2 specs have been kind of revealed as well. Not too much to say beyond there's a huge disparity between the performance of the Switch 2 versus the docked and undocked mode. It's actually like by quite a lot. Pretty much the performance drops in half whenever you don't have the Switch 2 like docked into its little thing and connected to the TV.
Yeah, because
So-
it's
Oh man,
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go down. I mean, we haven't seen how the games perform yet, and Nintendo has had a very good track record of having the games perform really well, despite the actual specs of the Switch 1. So hopefully it won't be an issue. And even when it's undocked, it is still technically better than what the Switch was undocked as well, but it's actually worse, I believe, than the Switch 1 when it was. So we'll have to see where that goes.
I like to use mine as like a handheld, so that's kind of a
Yeah.
bummer.
because it's the GPU, right, that takes a huge hit.
The GPU performance goes down quite a bit.
Because it's like cut in less than half of the same speed, right? Like at the lowest possible.
There's that,
Yeah.
and also the ray tracing performance gets cut in half, and the memory bandwidth is also almost directly cut in half. It is a huge drop in performance. They kind of upped the clock rate for the CPU to kind of mitigate these performance problems, but how well that's going to help is going to vary a lot from game to game. It also just depends on how well optimized the game is and how the memory performs. Apparently, they're going to have some kind of like proprietary software to actually unload the game from memory to make it as least heavy on the CPU as possible. So we just have to wait and see like how that actually performs.
Yeah, because one thing I also heard with the same like showcase on this was that because from what I understand, the Switch one did it the same way, where I think it's 1/4 of the system's power is reserved for system features, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the new game chat feature is apparently a pretty big issue in terms of like the system impact from having that feature.
I've heard it can lower like your frames by like up to 8 FPS, which is that's a lot considering like the FPS you're probably going to get in these games isn't going to be very high. So yeah, it's not great. And then last thing real quick, Marvel Rivals is under some flack right now because they are giving away Chrono Shield cards for the ranked. Yeah, for ranked, basically you get free Chrono Shields. And Chrono Shields, if you don't know, they basically stop you from deranking if you lose a game. And they're giving out like 8 of them. So people are kind of upset. The caveat to this is that they only work in gold and below. So if you're over gold, you can't use Chrono Shields.
Is that confirmed? Because that's the caveat I saw.
Yeah.
It's because
it's the way Chrono Shields already work in game.
Yeah. So you can't use them if you're over gold. And then also they have no plans to sell them to people. This is just something for the event. They're not going to be like a paid thing that you can buy. So how you kind of view this is up to you. I think it's kind of pointless. What is even
the point? Yeah. What the fuck are we doing? Like, this doesn't affect any of us, but like,
it's one of those things where, well, if everyone has it, then why would you even give it? Like, there's no point to it.
I just don't understand.
I think
for me, so far, all the ranks have kind of felt like I don't get into like diamond or platinum or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is plat. Like, I always crack up when I see posts like that. Yeah, average platinum game. Like, all the games are kind of the same. Like, you have a crapshoot of whether it's going to be fine or not. Yeah. I don't see the problems that everybody has varying on actual rank. I can't imagine why the
one
just
thing
seems so stupid.
Yeah, the one thing that people say that this can encourage is just to help people get into rank where they feel like you have a safety blanket of like you got these shield things to help you not deranked and get more people into actually trying it. I don't think it hurts or harms anything because again, like everyone has it, so it doesn't really affect anyone in the meanwhile, besides those people that might feel more encouraged to play because they do so. Or because they have
don't think so. You know how many players there are in Iron League? A lot. They keep playing no matter how far they go. Like, that shit doesn't matter.
There's tons of people that, will not play ranked, but will play quick play all day long. There's tons of people that will do that.
But like, does that have to do with the rank itself? Like, what does a Chrono Shield token do for them? They probably don't even they won't even.
It's a mindset.
I think they won't even understand how that mechanic even exists. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's that big of a deal to complain about it. As long as they're not selling them, then it's fine.
The only thing I can see is that platinum might become like the bot, like a slide of platinum might become a little fucked.
Yeah, because like
getting up to 8 losses, but still gaining win.
Is this out of pocket for me to be like, if you are in silver and you're scared of falling into bronze, like you probably belong there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a shit. And this isn't some like elitist thing, but like when I see somebody is like celestial and they're afraid of falling into eternity or vice versa, whatever it is, that seems like a real fear because those games are really, really like heavy. You know what I'm saying? And ELO or MMR or whatever it's called is much more difficult to come by, I would feel. You have to fight a lot harder for it. In lower ranks, just random shit can happen where you win the game. Jeffel will win you the game 90% of the time. Like it just seems really, I don't know.
It is.
It seems like it's a tool for nobody.
Yeah, I mean, eventually The thing about ranked is even if you lose a lot, it doesn't matter because you're just going to get to a point where you're just not supposed to be there in the first place, and you will just stomp and climb your way back up.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you fall down into bronze, if you're not supposed to be in bronze, you're gonna climb.
Yeah.
You know.
That's just
what do
what's
I
going to
know?
happen. But
What do
yeah,
I know?
so
They're just doing whatever.
that is it from me, though.
Oh, that Punisher skin is ugly as shit.
Yeah,
Fucking looks like Grimace.
it's not good. It's not very good.
I honestly I didn't mind it.
I have like, see, I think that thing is hideous. But I guess it's not for me. I don't know who it's for, but
Kind of like the new Namor skin.
the Namor one's fine. I've
Yeah.
been cool with pretty much all. I mean, there's some I don't like, but that Punisher skin. Okay, the Punisher skin is the first one that I looked at that they put out, and I went, "Ugh, really? All right."
I know
I
what it
guess,
is.
maybe.
I think it's the hat, little hat thing he has.
What if he
I
was
don't
all?
know.
What if he was all black? Maybe that'd be better. He just looks like fucking Grimace, like a fat
I think
McDonald's
they,
boy.
I think they changed I think they gave him a different colored armor set because motherfucker's always in all black.
He's the Punisher. He's like the edgiest edgelord to ever edge. Like that's his whole thing. He should always be in all black. He just needs like a cool trench coat. Just give him something like that Thing skin, and he's good to go.
Nah, I think it's the hat.
It might be the hat. He just looks so poofy. He looks like a little.
He looks like he has
a
the fattest chin known to man.
Yeah, it's because the hat thing, dude. Like,
Dude has like 3 underbites.
there needs to be an option to remove the hat. It's too much.
It literally would look better without a hat.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Tsun, you got anything?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
Let's go.
Mainly, well, okay, 3 things, but 2 of them kind of go together, and it's something regarding Kojima,
Oh
Mr.
god.
Hideo Kojima. Apparently, Hideo Kojima has given like a USB stick full of his ideas to his game studio in case he dies.
Oh, okay.
Like he doesn't think he's going to anytime soon, but this is more like a will kind of thing. Because like I guess during the pandemic, okay, there's also the fact that he's like 60, but during the pandemic and everything else, he was seeing a lot of people dying, and it kind of made him think, how many years does he have left to like make any kind of media, and so he's gonna make a USB stick full of his ideas, and he gave it to his personal assistant.
Well, I hope they don't drop it.
Just in case, because he's like, I don't want them to just manage our existing IPs. I want them to keep working on it if anything were to happen to me. And
I wonder how like he expressed those ideas in there. Like,
I don't know, man, because like the other thing I had was an article. Both these are from Robert Shaga, but it's an article like that where he like fielded some of these ideas he's fielded.
like you open up the USB and there's just like a text document, and the text, one single line says motorcycle jetpacks.
Dude, it could, because dude, so one of the things he apparently pitched lately was the Forgetting game. It's a game that players have to play through quickly, and the main concept is the main character gradually forgets important information and abilities if you take too long of a break from the game. For
That
example,
sounds awful.
if you don't play every day, the main character will forget things such as how to fire their gun or what their job is. This forgetfulness builds up until finally the player is unable to move. And I guess he jokingly just laughs and says players would have to take a week off work or school to play it.
That sounds so awful.
Dude, this is why it's like I love Kojima. This guy's chaotic as hell. But there are also like 2 other concepts that were floated, which is like a game in which you start as a baby and gradually age over the course of playing into an old man, with an arc that includes worsening eyesight and so on.
Oh, I mean, Sifu's kind of like that.
Kind of, but like I don't know. And then there's another game idea you have, which is you're creating something that takes time to mature, such as wine or cheese.
Like in real time.
I guess.
Some of these are not the greatest.
That's why like there could be any number of like crazy and like ranging from like mundane to just crazy ideas in that fucking USB, man.
Yeah.
Either that.
I mean,
or
there's
it's
a game that's similar to the one where you're forgetting. I forget the name of it. It's an RPG where the start of the RPG you
appropriate.
start out. What's up?
I said how appropriate that you forgot.
I know. I always forget. At the start of the game, you start out as strong as possible, and as you play, you get weaker over time. So it's like a reverse RPG,
which is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't want to see the inside of the USB, but I also do at the same time.
Right? It's like a Pandora's box.
What's more, I don't want him to die.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's like pretty healthy at the moment. This was just like his like, oh shit, what's gonna happen to my company if something were to happen type of deal.
No, I never realized. I never realized how old Norman Reedus was.
How old is Norman Reedus at this point?
He's like 56.
Damn. Doesn't really look it.
No.
You know, it's funny too. This article here has a blurb. Apparently, Death Stranding 2 almost had a type of time mechanic where it actually involves Norman Reedus, where Norman Reedus' character was going to grow a beard that you would have to shave or become unkempt. But then Kojima decided that Reedus was too big of a star and he didn't want to make him look uncool.
Yeah, that's fair.
So his beard just stays the same. The other thing I had was something I wanted to say at the last of my stuff because it is ridiculous. It involves Fortnite.
Oh no.
And then funny enough, AI. So I guess Fortnite put an AI like Darth Vader in the game that runs like a chatbot as well, that is voiced by a digital clone of James Earl Jones.
Oh,
you know, Darth Vader's voice.
Gross.
And it responds to players' voice chat and like respond to them and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, you know what the internet does.
Yeah.
They immediately they took no time at all to get him to start cursing at them, which they quickly patched, but like they found ways around it. And just some of these quotes. Because I guess in order to get him, basically you fight him and then he'll join you if you beat him as like a party member.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then he'll make comments and like speak and stuff. But like some of the shit they've gotten him to say, because there's quotes here, like stuff like your performance thus far suggests you're adopted. Like the force is strong with you, or is this the work of a resurrected King Vaughn?
What?
They even got him to say Hawk Tua.
That's awful.
Test my patience again, and you will learn what it truly means to need a job.
I reminds you that one Twitch AI streamer that the internet immediately made racist in like 2 minutes.
It's pretty fucked up.
Here's there was a Twitch one?
Probably.
It was a Twitch one, yeah. Or was it Twitter? It might have been Twitter. I could have sworn it was
Twitter chat. There was a Twitter bot that they made racist in 24 hours.
Yep. Maybe it was Twitter. It might have been Twitter. I might be remembering wrong then. I probably am.
It's one of the roughest ones. So yeah, they got the AI responded. I don't know what they did to prompt this, but he responded with Spanish, a useful tongue for smugglers and spice traders. And people
sounds racist.
That is. People were like, yo, Fortnite Darth Vader's racist. It's yeah. Apparently it even knows what Dragon Ball is, because someone was playing as Goku and he says, show me you can control that power. The force requires more than mere screaming. Commenting on how Dragon Ball characters just shout.
How do you guys feel about using AI to like recreate voices of dead actors?
It's kind of weird. I'd say like I guess it depends.
Get rid of it. No, get rid of it.
Like
it's just taking other actors' jobs, especially voice actor jobs. Like, just give it to somebody else. Just make Darth Vader sound different. Who gives a fuck? That shit is old as. Sorry, I don't care about Star Wars like other people.
That is one of the most. The thing is, it's one of the most iconic voices.
So leave it that way and don't get it tortured by AI bots.
Leave it that way.
I think part of the problem is this is Disney's fault because so I guess James Earl Jones, he did like sell the rights to his voice to Disney to be used like that.
I mean, either or. I'm not comfortable with it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Star Wars specifically, this is like the third instance I've heard of where they're using like dead people for stuff. Like, just do new stuff. Just stop.
That would be the
like
better
you use
thing.
the dead lady.
Give the
you
job
use the
to,
dead man. You're using another dead man. Like just you have so much lore and you have living people who are just do something else. My God, I think that's why I don't like Star Wars so much, is because it's all nostalgia bullshit, and I don't have the nostalgia for it, so I just see right through it. Like, I don't care that Darth Vader shows up.
When they try and do something new, it ends up being shit.
Well, then maybe it's a shit series. You ever think of that? You ever think was just 3 good movies and that's it? Maybe some good books. Maybe a couple good games. Let it die.
I'm not just imagining like taking this to the extreme, like side of the spectrum of now actors and voice actors can only ever act in one thing ever, and then you have to get new people, do something new, literally never reuse an actor in anything.
Well, it's fine to just, but if they're literally dead,
what the fuck do they
else? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like that movie about Queen, they had the guy who was very famous online for being able to do the lead singer's voice, Freddie Mercury. They had him do all the music in the movie they made about him, about the band and him. They didn't even just replay the songs. They certainly didn't have AI re-sing everything. Like, you can totally, like, there is someone out there that sounds similar to James Earl Jones that can do the voice.
Oh man, you ever seen the real life Peter Griffin? That guy got the voice down and the fucking visuals.
Yeah, the fact is, like, you can find people to do this stuff, and we're just not doing it. And it's
actually, yeah.
Somehow it's cheaper to resurrect the dead than to fucking just find somebody who sounds similar.
The worst part is, it probably isn't. It probably actually is more expensive to do it.
Of course.
What do you mean? What they've done here in Fortnite is like one of the worst kind of like extremes of it. Like, because I guess he sold the voice throats to his voice, but now his voice is being used to say horrible shit as a character that he was like well known to play.
I mean, obviously that's like not good, but oh my God, Fortnite Ninja. I just see a big stupid thumbnail that I hate.
Another example of terrible shit to come from Fortnite.
I guess, I don't know. It doesn't affect me whatsoever.
It clearly does on some level.
I think, dude, I can't not be affected by Star Wars. It's fucking shoved down my throat every time I turn around.
It's a very beloved series.
I don't give a shit about it, and I don't know anything about it.
I went to Disneyland and I made a lightsaber for like $100 and something because my brother wanted to, and
you could have said no.
You could have not gone to fucking Disneyland. There you go.
No, not really. It was all about, I tried to. I said, hey, there's COVID happening.
You could have.
I don't really want to do this. And they said, nah, it's paid for. You're going with the family.
You just did try hard enough.
You're right.
Next time, do what these actors do. Die and let someone else do it.
Going to Disneyland aside, you didn't have to do lightsabers with them. He could have just done that himself.
I did. No, I did.
Why?
Maybe you don't understand social commitments, but this was a social commitment. And then I got COVID, and I've never felt worse in my entire life. I understand social
commitments, but like if the price tag was insane and everything else,
I didn't pay for it. I would not.
Oh, well, that's different.
If it was up to me, I didn't pay for this.
Like, I didn't know you didn't pay for any of it. That's different.
No, I didn't pay for it. If I had to pay for it, fuck yeah, I would have said no to every single thing.
That was why I didn't know. I didn't know you were like fully paid. That's completely different.
The way you brought up the price made it seem like you were upset that you had to spend this much money.
Now that I know you didn't have to pay, then you were kind of obligated.
Well, that just shows you how expensive it was, because even though I didn't have to pay for it, I was still like, ugh. I still didn't like it. So it was a fun experience. The
COVID part.
No, I did watch all of Sherlock though. Dude, I slept in a beanbag chair for a week.
Yeah, I think
because I was quarantined.
I think COVID was definitely the times that like I've had it I think twice now, and like it's just ketchup time, man. Because you can't do anything else.
You can only eat ketchup. Yeah, I got it.
Only ketchup allowed.
I don't know.
Catching up on things, you motherfucker.
I'm just constantly seeing news about Star Wars and And I know you guys are good at ignoring it. It's just every time I turn around, there's some nonsense. And I'm like, it's frustrating because there are cool aspects to Star Wars, but they keep just regurgitating the same nonsense. And it's like,
you know way more about this than it seems like you should.
I know so much shit about Star Wars. I know so much. I've seen documentaries on the movies multiple times. If you Red Letter Media, man.
I'm starting to think that the algorithm knows you too well. I think
it does.
You say like you can't avoid it. Meanwhile, I watched multiple documentaries. It's like I can't get away from it. My brother in Christ, you are watching the videos.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just click off the videos. Tell the algorithm no.
There's just so much.
I was gonna say, like, I like Star Wars, but like I try and like I don't know. It's hard to. It's also weird because I don't want to watch the movies, but I want cool stuff set in that universe.
That's what I'm saying. Do more stuff in the universe. The universe is fine. It's just going back to the same shit over and over. Member berries.
Like anything not focusing on anything not really focusing on the movie cast I found enjoyable, which is weird to say, except for Darth Vader. I like Darth Vader a lot.
Oh, you're the problem.
What do you mean? How am I the problem?
You like Darth Vader.
If Darth Vader shows up in a game and I get to fight him, I'm like, hey, that's cool.
Unforgivable. Go to jail.
I get to fight Darth Vader in a game. That's pretty fucking cool, dude.
Go to space jail. He was like a Nazi man.
Oh my god.
He was like a Nazi man. Fliz 2025. Darth Vader's cool.
I don't know. They were some kind of bad guys. Definitely a bad guy. Definitely killed all those kids. I remember.
Yeah, but you laugh about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. They put that shit in the movie.
They put that shit in the movie.
You just see the lightsaber. Oh, who's this?
Now, if they redid that part, are you obligated to like or hate it?
Oh, man.
I think what's more crazy is that What's-Her-Face overlooks him doing that.
That's the kind of stuff. Anyway. Okay, we've had enough. We're going too long, and it's my fault for getting
Star Wars.
It's fine if you like it. It's fine. I'm just not. I don't even hate Star Wars. I just hate how much of it there is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have that much of something and not have a good chunk of it be detrimental to the rest of it.
I just think they need to like take a seat and like look at all the shit and they're like, okay, what didn't work? Let's not do that again. Because they keep doing the same shit over and over again.
I loved Kodor. Kodor is banging.
Kodor's cool. More Kodor.
I like how silent the biggest Star Wars fan is.
He's either checked out or simmering.
Hey man, it's just I can go on and on about Star Wars, and we don't need to go on and on about Star Wars.
What do you mean?
I'm letting y'all get out your frustrations.
Would this be an angry going on and on, like when we had you talk about Boruto that one day? Or
Oh my gosh, I want to talk about Boruto. It hurts my soul.
I remember. I think what were we playing? I think we were playing a list, and you were just going off.
All right, I think that's our time. I think we got to move on and call it there. Unless you guys got any final words.
No, that's it for me.
Egg.
Oh, that's a good one.
Indeed.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good final word. In that case, thank y'all so much for listening. We really appreciate it. You're wonderful if you made it this far. It's okay if you like Star Wars. It's not that big a deal.
The back.
It's not
My opinion doesn't matter. If you would like to send me hate mail, please send an email to giantenemycrabpod@gmail.com, and that'd be fun to see. Do leave a like and a comment. You'll be wonderful for doing that. And I think that's it, unless I'm missing something. I think we're good.
I'll just do my news next week.
Oh, you said you only had the Doom stuff.
I had some small stuff other than Doom is what I was saying, but it's not important.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a big week this week with just all the AI and Doom.
Bungie.
You know. I need to go to bed. All right, I'm going to bed.
Bungie.
Okay, we're all done here. Get out. Go away. Go away. Goodbye.
Goodbye.